Hey everybody, Simon here, back with another video. Hope everybody's doing well, and I see that a lot of people have gotten some pretty awesome stuff over the past few weeks. I don't think I've been back for 4 weeks. I haven't posted a video, so this is gonna have about maybe 6 hauls in it. So I'm not gonna waste any time. Don't mind the Hulk 340 there. Those are just stuff that's always on my desk, the top loaders, so I think I'll move those after or whatever. But for the Deadpool #1, I picked it up at a flea market. I went to a flea market that I don't go to all the time, but I'll check it out once in a while, once every few months or something. And I went, and there was nobody at this booth, the comic booth that I usually go to, so some guy was standing there, and I just asked him if that was his booth, or if he knew who ran it or whatever. And so he just hollers out. Some random guy comes, and I asked to look at a stack, and I said, yeah, no problem. And he got over and he said, yeah, but they're all Nam #1s, and it was a huge stack, looked like $50 or something. So I said, nah, that's okay. But he said he had comics at his other booth, so around the corner he had a couple long boxes, and he had a glass case with some books in there. But I got a pretty awesome deal on these. I think there's, I don't know how many here. I think 17 books or something. I think he charged me $30 anyway for this stack here. So in there, so I picked this out. He didn't really have any prices, and that's kind of how I hate buying books too without, any prices, where they tell you to bundle them together or something and give you a price. But I got a pretty good deal, I think, this time. There was a #2 in there. I think one of these, yeah, that one's a second print of #4. There's a #8. #9, that's a pretty cool cover. And there was one of those Superman meets the Quick Bunny. Thought that was kind of funny, so I grabbed that. Wonder Woman, I'll always pick up a cheap Wonder Woman issue. There was that nice Michael Turner sketch. Or is that, no, that's Michael Turner, and it's a pretty cool cover. There's a Batman Gotham After Midnight #1 in there. Whatever that is. It's an okay cover. I just picked it up. And there's Superior Spider-Man. Didn't have any of those. Nice high grade Uncanny X-Men 157. I don't think I had that. So I was glad to grab that to my run. And there was a reprint in there of 301 Amazing Spider-Man. I already have the original copy to this, but I mean, the guy said he was going to give me a deal if I just threw a bunch of books together, and I probably would have grabbed this anyway if it was cheap. So that's pretty cool. And he says, I think it's from a I don't know if it's a Toy Biz or something reprint. It came with a toy or something. There was a couple Silver Age books in there. #88 of Tales to Astonish. And a #2 of Submariner. So, there's some more stuff. Those are the new books I got. Yeah, so I got all those books for $30. I mean, I think it came out to less than $2 or something, or was it $2 or something a piece? So that was cheap enough for me. I picked these up this week, and I watched every episode of this X-Men when it was out on TV or whatever. So interested to see what that kind of stories are going to be in there. And I picked up a poly bag of the Batman Superman, and got that I think a faded variant of that #50 Wonder Woman. And I picked those 2 new books up at this place called the Comic Book Warehouse. And it was a pretty cool store, except it was a warehouse. I mean, But they didn't have a ton of back issues, like older back issues anyway. It had mostly new stuff, but it was just like wall to wall to roof, like toys and games. If you're interested in toys and games, check that place out. I think it's in Brampton. I mean, I wasn't sure if I was in Brampton anymore or like Mississauga, but it was a pretty cool store, the Comic Warehouse. If you're ever in Ontario, Canada, check that out. What else do we got? Oh, what about this? I just got a bunch of random stuff on my desk today, so I'm just gonna sort of put those up there. I mean, what about that? Like, I love that episode, but I mean, at least we have this, right? At least we have something if you read the comic. But I mean, I love the Negan. It's a nice introduction and everything, and it's pretty good acting. But that ending, I mean, it's pissed a lot of people off, right? But it was a good show anyway. I don't even know where else to start here. Like, I just got stuff all over. Okay, let me see. I went to my buy and sell store where I get pretty awesome deals most of the time, and I found some pretty good. They had some actual new stuff in there, so I picked up these. I don't know if this is gonna fit in the camera, in the frame, or what. And they're falling already. Elf Quest. I guess these are. This is a second print anyway of this, but I mean, just awesome covers on these. And I picked them up for $1 each. I went to my store, and they're starting to give better deals at this store. So I guess they're not really selling much or something. But because I bought a box of like 400 books, 400 comic books just recently, and it was mostly like 90s stuff in there, stuff that I wasn't really interested in. Oh, I didn't get those ready. I'll show you some, if I get to it, I'll show you some books that I got out of there. But and this buy and sell store, they'll usually do a trade, but this time, you know, I brought a couple boxes in, and I called there and everything first, and it was just a big mix-up. But they're not buying or trading any books right now, so I'm stuck with sort of 400 90s books. But I mean, I only got them for $40, so 10 cents a book or whatever. I think there's over 400, so I'm not sure what to do with them yet. But anyway, I picked this up at a buy and sell store, and there was some okay books there this time. I'll just show these real quick. Number 1, and there's a number 2. I guess I don't think this is the first Elf Quest series. I think there was something before this. But I was just reading that man, I can't even remember their names. The artists and the writers on these, I guess they're a couple, and they wrote in their like apartment. They wrote, and they would draw these books in their apartment, and before taking them to printing. So these are some cool independent stuff. Definitely picked up. Man, I can't remember the guys, their names. And there was a Star-Lord. There's a Marvel Preview Presents, number 11 there. Can't really see these. Can't really get these in the frame here, but sorry guys, my laundry's in the background going. So I was hoping that it wasn't going to take any water while I was shooting this, but. Yeah, so the Marvel Preview 11, it was $1, so it's a pretty beat up copy. I mean, my iPad is not, everything's a little bit off today here, people, but yeah, I guess this is, the first printing of this, and I think there was a second one, I guess, had to do with this little comment in the down here, where Robert, was it Heinlein, the sci-fi author, I guess, tried to come after Marvel or something because it hinted that it was, it was like his work or something like that. So they did another printing, I think, and they didn't have the comment. So I don't know, just something cool to pick up for $1, I figured. I mean, it's something I'd read too. So there's that, and there was a copy of. It was one of these of the original Nexus. Can't really see that Nexus. So I picked that up for $1 also. And what else they have? They had these. There was this. And for some reason the girl decided to charge me $2. I mean, whatever. It was just in the stack. It's a pretty beat copy. As you can see, there's a piece taken out of the top. And yeah, it's whatever. I'll just give her the stupid $2. I mean, and there was a bunch of other ones there too. She I guess she must have made the deal or something. This is still at the buy and sell shop, so I guess she felt like she wanted to make a couple extra bucks on her deal. But the rest of these are, there's a Friday the 13th #1. There's a #3 here. Some of these are pretty cool covers. From another series, from Avatar. There's another series too, with the abuser and the abused. So, oh yeah, there's more. There's another X23. It's my second copy of that. And I always pick these zeros up. So I got one of those. There was a Star-Lord special edition. And I think that's it for that store. Yes. So that's what I picked up at the buy and sell store for $1. Nothing really special there. But let's move on to something. Nothing really special here either, except just another buy and sell store that I go to. Just happened to swing by there one day and picked up a few books, 4 books here. I seen that one there before and it was still there, so I picked it up. I think, what is it, the first Wonder Twins. A nice giant size Justice League of America there. Punisher POV. I will try to fix this so we can see a little bit more into the frame. I hate this jumpy. If this doesn't go right, I might reshoot this. Nope. Come on. Okay. Sorry, everybody. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so I just picked up 4 books there. Here's a few I picked up at a flea market. J. Scott Campbell cover there. Picked up a cage. These are all dollar books as usual at this flea market. Pretty well any flea market I go to. I'm just paying $1. Not too many have any decently priced books, so I usually go for the dollar bins. That's pretty well what you get there for $1. So there's those. Okay. Actually, let me show these. Another flea market across the street from the one you just seen had a bunch of Bronze Age Superman that I've been waiting for so long to go on sale, like for $1, because he always drops the prices. I waited so long, and then I get there and somebody scooped them all up, and there was only 4 of these left for $1. So, like, he was only within a couple of days too, and the guy snuck in there and grabbed him. So, whatever. Okay, I went to one of my local shops. I know, nothing special right now, guys, and I got a few cool books coming up. So I went to, one of my local shops, and they recently started, I got this email from them saying that they got a big they got a big back stock of Silver Age and Bronze Age. You know, come check it out. Man, that glitter sucks. So I went there, and I know there's another YouTuber that shops there, Boba Fett 87. I know he goes there, and he sort of talked about how it sucked. It sucked because they have $3 bins, and they sort of upped them to $5 bins once they got a new shipment. And he's saying that there's all the same stuff in there, and I don't know if maybe he got there early or something, but there's a ton of new stuff in there, and some pretty cool stuff. I did not buy anything from there yet, but I noticed in the basement that the basement has a big $2 bins, like a huge basement just full of $2 bins, so I noticed those were stacked pretty good, so I picked all this stuff up. But just 4 books, these 2, and there was a 10 Nights of the Beast. Yeah, part 3 or 4 there. And I already have the 4 book run of that, but I picked that up anyway. I mean, for $2. And then there was this, a Batman 66, which I was extremely happy actually to find that, because I wanted to start reading that. And I know I missed it. It's just when I started collecting again, I'd missed this number 1, and I couldn't find it anywhere. So I'm really happy to find that now for $2. Well, that was cool. What else we got? Where did I get these? Oh man, you know what? The new flea market that I went to, I didn't show these, but these were also in that very first batch of books I showed you. These were in there too. Got another copy of Reagan's Raiders there. Pretty nice copy of that. Oh shit! No. Never mind. This is from somewhere else. This is from a little junk store that I've been waiting to. This is from a store where I used to find like Silver Age books, like really cheap, nice Silver Age books for $2. I've been waiting like all winter because they close in the wintertime for them to open. This is the store that led me to get those 2. If you haven't seen any of my last videos, check out the last one and the second to last one before this, because I got some pretty amazing deal, but I only got them because I was going to this store where I got Reagan's Raiders, and I found some Valiant stuff, but they didn't have any Silver Age anymore, and that sucked, even though the prices have now dropped to $1. So he's got like 13 long boxes, and they're all dollar books, so I got all these for $1. And there was a Eternal Warrior number 1 in there, and there was some more. Now I'm really lost here because I can't find them. Oh man. Okay, well I'll show this for now. I still have this in my hand. There's a Solar. It was a Solar Man, Man of the Atom in there, number 1 for $1. Let's just find these other ones really quick. Here they are. There was Captain Atom in there, number 1. There was a Firestorm 64 in there. I was happy to find this for $1 also in there. Firestorm 23. Oh, these were cool. I thought these were funny homage covers to the Terminator. Married with Children, $20.99. And of course they give you a Back to the Future one. And here's their homage to Star Wars. So I thought those were kind of cool. There was also a 3D in there. Bunch of Captain Americas. I would never really normally buy these, but they're just really nice, high grade for $1. So I didn't really have them. I had some, like a rag copy of this 367, but I mean these are just nice high grade books, so I just scooped them up there. 357. No more of this. I really looked hard for the rest of this Bloodstone. I already have these. All I need is 4 of 6, of course, the main one, but I think that's the first full of is it Baron Zemo? No. Yeah, no. 100. I haven't read any of 100 Bullet stuff, so there's a few copies in there of that stuff. I just thought I'd check them out. And there was this City of Assassins Part 1 storyline of Deathstroke, the Terminator. So I thought it'd be something I'd read, so I'd grab that. I got a few more here. Not sure what my time's at here. I want to keep it at under 20. Oh shit, way over. What is it? What else do we got? I know there's some here. Okay, and then so my main store, my convenience store, where I was getting sand deals. That's actually where I bought this 400 book lot, or little collection for 400, like 90 stuff. And but I've been going there, you know, off and on before that. So I found a combo pack. You had a Green Lantern 40 combo pack in there for $2, still polybagged. And where else? Actually, I got a few different stuff besides that. Where are they? Just 1 second. I know they're around here. Okay, here we go. Okay. So yeah, I picked up the guy. He started restocking his collection once I took that little collection. He had the 400 books out of there. I knew it would make more space. So, and he sort of talked about restocking, like he's still got books at home and everything. So he restocked his spinner rack and his back issue wall thing. So he threw these in there. You know, nothing really crazy. This is just a nice, beautiful spine on this, like brand new book, nice near mint book. So, you know, I picked it up because he's sort of he's pricing a lot of his books cheaper now. Seems like there's a lot of like dollar books in there. He had this up there for $2, First Ghost. I didn't even notice that was an Adam Hughes cover. And he does the pencils inside too, and it looks pretty awesome actually. So I'm gonna check that out. And he had I've been scoping this book, and that's a double. He has another copy. Actually, I'm gonna put this on the other side. That's just a horrible glare there. Gotta fix my light. I don't know why it's glaring that bad. I have a different light up today, but yeah, there's a number 1 of Birds of Prey. He didn't. I'm sure he might have a. Was it? It's 25 or 20. I can't remember. No. I can't remember the one where is it Batgirl and Nightwing kiss or something for the first time. I know that's sort of like a pricier book. I mean, not pricey, but it's worth more than this one. But yeah, he had like a copy for like $8 or something there, and I've been like eyeing it up for a while, but and I've been meaning to like ask him if he wants to, take some off it, but for some reason he put this really nice copy out there for $2.50, so I just got that for $2.50. I'd rather pay that than $8 for that book. And I was really happy to find these Supergirl #1 third prints. That is just a disgusting glare. I know, sorry everybody, but you'll be able to see these ones better because he put 3 of them out there for that price. Two and $2.25 there. So I was really surprised to see those. I mean, I think I bought a copy off him already or something. I just recently got a #1 of this, like first print, but I was really happy to find these 3 third prints. So, I mean, at that price, of course, I'll just scoop all those up. Those are pretty cool. I guess I don't know what they're going for or anything now. Like, I did look at on eBay, and I think I seen a couple of them. Shit, I can't remember the prices, if they were over 20 or what, but I don't think they're going for that much anymore. But yeah, cool. I mean, for three of them for $2.25 a piece, I think I am sneaking up barely on 100 subs. Maybe I will do a contest, and maybe one of these will end up in there. So maybe, probably. That's if I get up to 100 subs. And if you've seen any other cool stuff like that I've gotten multiple copies of, they might end up in there too. I can think of a Valiant trade, or Valiant graphic novel. I think it's a graphic novel or a trade that I got. Yeah, I'm pretty sick. I mean, I'm just getting over a cold. I'm not sick anymore, but if you can probably tell, I'm not up to snuff today. But here's my last batch of books. I did end up going to Toronto last week, and found a few okay books. I'm just like totally kicking myself. I really messed up this time. I had a chance to get in. I'm just glad I didn't look at the spine of this DC Comics Presents. Man, I can't even remember. I don't even want to say the number, but it was the first Teen Titans. I can't remember if it was 20 something or 2. The first Teen Titans, anyway. DC Comics Presents. It was $40, and I didn't really look at the spine. Like, I had already bought these books, and I can't really even say that I wasn't on the budget for that. I could have totally bought it, and I just thought about it all the way home. Just could not believe it. I mean, if I would have went back the next day, for sure it's gone. Like, I've did that before with keys there. Like, didn't buy the keys and went back the next day and they were like Gandhi, like, no problem. I'm sure that would have been the case with that book. But I found this in the cheap bin. I mean, for $2, I'd pick up another copy of that. I mean, I just thought that was a cool cover too on that Mars Attacks Judge Dredd. That's why I picked it up. And I needed this for my X-Men run. I didn't have a... It was a really high-grade copy, a really, really nice copy, but $6, you know, I wouldn't normally feel comfortable paying that for that, but just a nice copy of that. I don't know if that's some kind of key or not, like a small key. I can't remember what that is. And I picked up these books. Decent copy of that. I mean, decent, yeah, price, I guess, but not really. I wish I would have got it a little bit cheaper than that, but I almost didn't buy it. Then I looked at the you know, the drawing, like this. and I realized it was a Jack Kirby. So, I mean, I didn't have it. Of course, you got to pick up a Jack Kirby #1. So I picked that up, and I grabbed this. Not a great price either, but I do have the early runs in that. The early, I think I got I don't have #2, but I have 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 of that detective. So, I mean, instead of grabbing these, obviously I made a huge mistake by not grabbing that DC Presents. I should have really prepared for this video, but I know it's the first Teen Titans. I recognize it, and I looked it up. I just can't remember the number on it. But for $40, I'm not sure. I just don't know if it was a high grade or what. And I almost picked up a Suicide Squad #1, and that was just a crappy grade too. It was $10. I almost picked it up, but I just didn't like the spine wear on it. But yeah, that was a huge mistake. But I'm pretty glad to have these anyway for my collection. So, wow, 31 minutes, that's ridiculous. I am not going to do that again. So if anybody has made it this far, thanks for watching. And I will see you next time. I'm going back somewhere for some keys. I think I'm going to I feel like picking up more keys this time than filler stuff. So I'm expecting the next video to be really awesome. Find some good stuff, okay? And I hope everybody else does too. Alright, thank you.